All right, it's that time again. Saturday live stream. Hope everybody is doing okay out there on Saturday. Let's get some crypto bubbles here. Check out the market. What do we got? Oh, what's going on with my computer? What is happening with my computer? There we go. Market is looking just about the same. It's looked for the last many weeks. It's just flat. Down a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit. Can't seem to get anywhere. 17,000 hanging in for Bitcoin. I mean, I don't know if this thing's going to go down to 15,000 or if we're just going to sit here, 17 to 19 range. Hope everybody is doing well out there. We're going to have some discussions today on Optimus, Stable Fund, the Lilly drama, Lillian Finance, right? We can't go 1 week in this space without major drama. Looks like Caroline Ellison from the Alameda Research Group is lawyering up right now. So that's it's going to be interesting for the next year or so as they investigate, and maybe they come up with charges or something. Who do we got out there? Maddie B. Hey, Maddie B. Hope your Saturday is going well. I appreciate you showing up. Happy to be here. Yep. Thank you for showing up. Hopefully life is going well for you. I am happy to be here. Right. Occasionally I have to talk about, the good things that are going on, the positivity out there. We can get mired in the negativity, which isn't any fun for anybody. I mean, it's good for drama occasionally, but right. We want to move in a positive direction someday. This crypto market is just killing everyone, killing everyone's attitude anyway. Husrea, good morning. Good morning to you, sir. It is afternoon where I'm at, but hope you're having a good morning. Hope you got a good night's rest. Yes, best to be positive. Absolutely. It's hard to be positive. I don't know if you guys, I want to wait a little longer, maybe get a few more people in here before we start talking about a little bit of drama, but there's, if you're in Stable Fund or Optimus or any of these other programs, looks like what is it? Prosperity Gym Ventures is still doing well. Momentum. Somebody's mentioning that to me. Hang on a second. I got to yell at my dogs because they're scratching my down. They don't like it when I lock myself in my office. Best to be positive. Yes, sir. Ma'am. Sir. Whatever. Maddie, I'm sure you're a sir. Excuse the English I speak, but yeah, no, it's no problem. So excuse you guys have speak better, but hard to type. Yeah, no, I get it. No big deal. Excited to hear you rolled over to V2. Yeah, well, here's the old Stable Fund, right? What are we going to do? You know what? I was discussing it with my wife, even though she really doesn't care about crypto and assumes every penny that I put into it is gone. So, I think, well, they're going through all of this trouble to get the V2. Michael's having these AMAs. He's putting things together. SFUSD now is listed on a couple of exchanges. It's going through all of this trouble, right? Is he just doing this? I mentioned this before, right? Is this going to be just the most exciting rug pull ever? Obviously it would be the most complex, but I'm thinking if he went ahead and he's doing all of this stuff right now, I've already written off my Matic that I had locked in there, and why not take a chance? Let's roll the dice again. That's what this is all about, isn't it? We're just rolling the dice. It's casino money at this point. But yeah, so I am in V2. Those of you who didn't see my video, I changed my mind at the very last second. Honestly, I came home from work and I knew, I think at 5 o'clock my time, that timer was up, and you weren't going to be able to decide anything after that, right? They were going to take that. Where was it? Yeah, they were going to take this thing off the website where you could no longer choose or change your mind. And literally 5 minutes, I think, before the timer was expiring, I just changed my mind. I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's go all in. All right. What's the worst that could happen? I could lose my money, right? Well, I already lost it. I assume so. we're going to gamble. So hopefully you guys are gambling with me. Now, this is not an endorsement of Stable Fund V2. Okay, I'm not endorsing it. I'm not saying you should do it. Have more fun watching me lose my money, or maybe I make a little money. I don't know. We're going to find out soon enough. The 15th, V2 goes live. So the 15th, V2 is live, and refunds should be started. And from what it sounded like, it's not going to be a script that runs just a little bit at a time, and it's going to take weeks and weeks to get refunds. It seemed like it should be kind of instantaneous. I'm hoping that they were able to work this out. And that's what my wife says. Yeah, my wife could care less about cryptocurrencies, and she is, part of that 96% that just doesn't know about it, doesn't want to know about it. It doesn't affect their life in any way yet. But I think, I dream about being the savior, right? Years from now, I got XRP, and XRP, explodes, goes through the moon, and the dollar is crashing and all this stuff. So, I want to be the I told you so kind of guy. I speak 4 languages, so more of a mutt. Hardest English grammar, much different than other language. I've heard that, Maddie, that English is difficult to learn. If you're out there in any of the other countries, I know in our country, I think we think of like Russian and Chinese as probably some of the hardest for us to learn. Obviously, we already know English, so and Spanish being one of the easier ones. I took German in high school. I don't speak any other languages because I'm a stupid American, and we just we assume the rest of the world will just learn English for us, so we don't have to do anything, right? That's unfortunately a typical American attitude. I should have learned languages earlier. I really should have. I should have stuck with some German and Spanish, at least be able to communicate to different places I go, not be that typical American. 4 languages, but impressive. What other languages do you speak? Yeah, absolutely, Maddie. Hey, what do you think the reason behind SFUSD? Why not just stick with BUSD? You still feel he's shady. Well, you know what? This is DeFi, and I guess we have to assume everybody's shady in this space because we don't know him. Now, here's some things to consider, right? Stable Fund USD. He created his own stable coin. That way he can control it. He understands the supply. He knows where it's coming from. He knows, it's how it's backed and all that. BUSD, sure, it should be fine, but he decided Stable Fund USD. Maybe this is just part of the growing process, just to have one more, utility behind the project. Which it's a stable coin, so it doesn't have a lot of utility. All it has to do is stick to the dollar, and that's going to be the test, right? Is once the refunds come out and everybody starts selling off their SFUSD, is it going to stay pegged? And we're going to have to watch that. And I'm going to be watching that on the 15th. It's hardest to type. I can speak. Gotcha. Ebonics is the one. Ebonics is the one world language. Sniff, thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. Daniel Gayton in the house, everybody. Daniel, thanks for showing up here, stopping by. And we're just, another Saturday stream talking about whatever. We're going to go through some stable funds, some optimists, and some MetaMonkey, of course. Some good things happening for MetaMonkey MMAI this month. Excited to be part of it. Very, very, very small part. But here's stable fund. Here's the SFUSD site. They're already up on. Let's see. I think they listed. Who is this guy? Stable fund, stable coin. I didn't, maybe I did go down. He's a co-founder, Alexander Vlasov. I'd never saw this before, so that's the first for me. ProbitXT.com and Digifinex. That's where you can go buy if you want to load up, if you plan on staking and adding to your bag. I speak of Slavic, Italian, 2 of Polish, little English, American Sign Language. Dang, man, you're learning everything. That's good, though. That's really good. Obviously, you're a very smart individual. I think it takes a few brain cells to know, learn, and understand, and continue understanding that as you go through. Obviously, you probably go through periods where you don't speak some of those languages for a long period of time, and you still have to retain that information. Take some brains. Wilson 509 Crypto. What's up, everyone? Wilson 509, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you showing up to the stream. We're just chatting about some stable fund, Optimus, and some other things. A little bit of the degen stuff here first, because I know a lot of you guys are into that. Hello, Daniel. Hi, Sniff. Yo, Daniel Gayton. Yeah, so what is everybody doing today? Right? Is it it's just a kind of a crappy day here in Idaho where I live? It's not really that cold. It's about 32, 35, somewhere around there. Let's talk bot crypto. Bot crypto, you're just talking about bots. I'm not into bots. I understand that these things are running on bots. And I don't know really how much stable fund is going to be running on a bot anymore, because it seems like they're going to be just doing their own trading. So I don't know if they're ditching the bots. I'm really interested about this guy. I really am. Like what? Yeah, hopefully he's not a patsy. He doesn't turn out to be the guy that they're going to dump everything on if something bad happens. Oh, I gotcha. Sniff, how you been? Excuse the language. No big deal. Okay, so stable fund is going to start on the 15th. You get 1% per day for 7 days, so 7% a week. You're going to be able to withdraw once a week. Deposit fee, if you redeposit to go back into the staking, is 2%, and I think that's going to go to the token that they have, and 63 days locked up. So that's where we're at. I'm going V2, going all in. If I get the tokens I'm supposed to get, it's going to be like 4,200 Matic's worth of SFUSD, which is obviously not $1 yet. So it's around 90 cents, I think. Where's our market at? Yeah, 90 cents, right on the dot. Where else is everything else at? Stellar, 8.5. Kronos. And we're going to talk about Lily Finance here in a little bit, just to get everybody's perspective on this. I want to really I don't want to be negative about it. I don't know the ins and outs. I have not had a lot of interaction with Lily Finance or anybody in the community. So, I'm not looking to start a war again with another token like Terrarium. MetaMonkey AI 32.34, man, up 13% on the week. Like, I'm pretty excited about that. That's nice to see. Freeman Register. Hi, SF US. I'm sure it's USD. Are you in for V2? SFUSD. Yeah, that's what I thought. Good. I sometimes use translate, but harder not to cannot be of use to make better English. Yeah, it's probably better for you just to kind of struggle through it, right? That's how you're going to teach yourself. So I don't think there's really anything else to talk about stable fund. I mean, that's where it's going, right? Where's my notes? I don't think I have anything exciting. You're going to be able to withdraw once a week. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my stuff's going to be staked for 63 days. Every Monday, I believe they said you can withdraw. I'm going to withdraw my whatever I can. And I'm probably going to pull it out of the system and just probably buy more MMAI with it or some XRP. So that's it. I mean, that's really where we're at. We're going to see. I know that they did list, so everything that they said they were going to do has been done. They're keeping up with the community. They're making sure everybody is aware of what's going on, step by step. So they're doing a good job doing that. I have a hard time believing it's just he's just in it for the money. He's just trying to siphon off as much money as he can, right? They are doing a ton of work behind the scenes in order to rug pull. That's why I don't think it is. I think they're just going through growing pains, trying to figure out a way, like Michael on Stable Fund and DeFi Dude with Optimus, and we're going to talk about Optimus. We're going to switch to Optimus here. Optimus is going to another version, right? Which I don't care about. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not upset about it. But Optimus is going to go to OPTX, right? And that was the X token They're going to build it on a modular blockchain, which is different than the monolithic blockchains. That way they can make changes to it if they need to without having to pretty much wipe everything out and go to another version. And I don't know if anybody watched my video, but modular blockchains basically are just different layers built on top of each other. And that way you can adjust something if you need to, right? It's probably not the safest blockchain to use. I don't know how the safety layer works, but it seemed to make sense to me. And they're going to be using there's other projects now that are going to come out apparently that are going to be using the OPTX token as their token, which is going to give utility for it. Should help long term. Burning tokens, obviously they got to figure out a way to make it deflationary. Otherwise, none of this matters. You're going to be able to go stake your tokens. They got rid of the what was it? The Optimist. They didn't get rid of the DAO, but they pretty much just went against the DAO. So here's the DAO. And a DAO is supposed to bring everybody together, make a decision, direct the where the project is going, make those hard choices. Optimus going through a halving cycle, 87% voted for yes, halving cycle. However, a ton of people came out and said they didn't want to do it. And I figured this 87%, because it's how many tokens you have is how many votes you get. All of the whales, and it probably is 10% of the holders are the whales that hold most of these tokens. They said yes because they're close to DeFi dude. And that's kind of where he saw the project going in order to move towards that deflationary status. And the rest of us, including me down here, in the 12%, even though I voted yes, but obviously I don't have that many tokens, so I don't get, too many votes. But I think that's what happened. But now DeFi dude says, you know what, we're not going to go with the halving cycle after all, even though it was voted on. So what is the purpose of a DAO if the owner of the project just says, nah, I don't think so. We're going to go in a different direction. Osmosis had a big move today. Osmosis, I don't know that one. Let's go Osmo. Up 17%. That is, well, something must have happened. What is Osmo? Decentralized exchange for Cosmos. Oh. So a DEX. That's the token for the DEX. Interesting. Yeah, 21%. It's moving up. It's moving as we speak. Yes. Rebusted too. My best friend had texted something. Milton said, Twitter, I can punch Facebook. Milton from Terrarium. So Terrarium is supposed to be the 26th, right? That's the day now this month. Everybody's waiting for the exchange to come out on the 26th. And they're assuming, Terra token's going to go to the moon. And I'm going to say otherwise. You might have a pump beforehand, and I think I'm probably going to end up selling my bag of Terrarium, if we can get some sort of a pump, before the 26th, and then just move on. Still talk about them, especially if they screw up. I did lose much money. My egos. Yeah, we all did. We all lost a bunch of money in a lot of these projects, right? Quant's down today. LBT. I know Daniel Gayton is going to do, I think he's doing a video on this one here. I'm anxious to watch. XDC. Some of this other stuff is what, I own. So this is kind of why I'm following it. A few. I'm actually thinking about consolidating and really just owning just a couple of tokens. I really want to buy some more XRP. MetaMonkey is my nice long-term play. But XRP, I think for the future, I think that's where I'm going to put a big bag, a bigger bag even. Do you guys know about the OPT fund? Oh, here's a warning for you. If you're in Optimus, on January 2nd, they're going to airdrop your tokens one for one, the OPTX token to replace your either your OP4 or OP3 token. So I would suggest you take your money off of Optimus staking if you have it there. Otherwise, it's not going to be in your wallet in order to receive the airdrop, this one for one. So I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to work. This may be a loser. Optimus staking may end up losing its value. because of it, unless it moves, with Optimus. Maybe they're going to have some sort of a partnership or a pairing, or maybe this will be on the DEX. And the DEX that Optimus is going to build as well. It's going to have other tokens you're going to be able to get into. I'm assuming they're all going to be rebasing type, paying you a percentage type of deal. So maybe just moving it all into one platform. It'll be whatever it's going to be. It'll be interesting. So look for that on January 2nd. So I would say maybe move all of your Optimus staking tokens back to your main wallet before January 2nd. Otherwise, I did test it. I played with it. I put 100 in, and it went for a few days, and I took my money out. I maybe lost one or two tokens because you have to pay 7% to get into it. So that's Optimus. There's not a lot that's going on. We're still making our money. I've got 700 tokens, 770, maybe almost 800. I forget where I'm at. Let's see. My wallet's still connected. 774, right? It's the token price is in the trash. Unfortunately, I bought a bunch of them that was above $1. So, not looking too hot. But we're just going to sit and wait, just accumulate, wait till the January 2nd and see what happens. Hopefully things go well then. Hope for a pump. Yes, we hope for a pump right before the exchange listing, because I think once the exchange listed on Terrarium, I believe they're going to dump again. Why? Because they're not going to get that huge pump that they think they're going to get, because there's no reason for you to buy Terrarium tokens just because the exchange is there. And I'm not saying the exchange is a bad idea. I mean, it's a good idea. Unfortunately, centralized exchanges right now don't exactly have the greatest names, and people really aren't trusting in them. And I'm wondering how they're going to handle this exchange situation. And if it doesn't go well, people I think are just going to dump and get out. Sonny Burnett, thanks for showing up, Sonny. I appreciate you joining us here on this Saturday. Freeman, is SFUSD going to make it? I think SFUSD is going to make it as long as it can stay pegged to $1. If Michael and the team can keep it pegged, and they have the liquidity in there for everybody, and they don't run into some sort of a liquidity crunch where people are having trouble getting their money out. Because once that happens, once somebody says one time that they can't sell because there's no liquidity, that project is done and over with. Yes, Monkey long term. MetaMonkey is a great long-term play. I hate to keep bouncing around here, but that's just that's what we're going to do today. Good afternoon, Annie Rock. How are you, sir? Hope things are well wherever you are today. But yes, MetaMonkey, despite the name, and I know the name makes it sound a little cartoony and very community tokenish, and it's not my favorite, but the technology that they have coming out, the wallet, the pure wallet they have coming out, the utility they have planned for it, I think is going to bode very well for the MMAI token and the community at large. Not an endorsement. I'm not saying go out and buy it. Do some research, go watch some videos, go read up on it, check out the people behind it. If you do, you might feel as bullish as I do on it. Good afternoon. Juan Gonzalez. How you doing, Juan? That was my Spanish accent, if you couldn't tell. I hope you're well on this Saturday, Juan. You working today, not working today? CEX, I want to see reserves. Yes, maybe I hope Indian Saudi are expecting to take money. This is my worry. Yeah, central exchanges. So obviously, once you put your crypto on there, they have to have reserves to back all that up. And they're going to have to be able to provide proof of these reserves. I mean, they don't have to, but in order to get any trust from anybody, they're going to need to do that. And also, I don't believe that they are actually licensed to run in the U.S. as a centralized exchange. I think they're still behind the 8 ball on that one. So, they're going to run in India and Saudi Arabia, and then in the U.S. probably eventually. But they're going to have to get then Terra Pool. I don't even want to get started on that. I don't even want to get started on Terrapool. So yeah, centralized exchanges are starting to show reserves. I did notice recently, maybe it was yesterday, that crypto.com finally listed their exchange reserves. Let me just find it here. Spell crypto. Here we go. So that Mazars or Mazars, however you pronounce this, I do know that they are a fairly large, reputable auditing type company, and here are basically their reserves. And we know, and I know that everybody's clowning on them because I think 20% of the reserves are actually in Shiba Inu. And so people think that's a joke. Like, how could they have 20% of the reserves in Shiba? Well, they have to, because that's their clientele is buying Shiba Inu, and they need to have those reserves to back it up. They're not going to have that if they don't have to. Mana, Chainlink, Doge, me, another joke coin. XRP is good to see. XDT, or I mean USDT and USDC. There's going to be a fight going on right here now, because crypto.com is actually telling people to sell their or exchange their USDT for USDC, which is Circle. And I think crypto.com has some sort of a role in that. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was Coinbase, not crypto.com. It's Coinbase who's doing that. My bad. And Coinbase has some sort of a role with Circle, with USDC. So the issue with USDT, if you guys are holding any kind of money in USDT, I would just be very careful and keep your eye on the news, because a lot of people much smarter than me are thinking that USDT really doesn't have the reserves they say they have, even though they refuse to be audited, and they haven't come out with a list of all of their reserves yet. So, and we think, why is that? Because they probably don't have them. No, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. No, Matty B, you don't have to apologize, dude. Well, I'll figure out what you're trying to say. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'm working today. Excellent. Well, working's good, right? It's a good problem to have. Be working. Ash, hello, Ash. Thanks for popping in on a Saturday. We're just chilling here, talking about crypto, solving the world's problems. Hopefully, you're doing well today. Hello, Ash. Shib is making me most okay. So you got a lot of Shib. You got lucky. Do you still own it, or did you sell out and take your profits and move it into something else? I have 0 SHIB. I did own it pre-pump, and I did make a little bit of money on it, sold it, got out. I'm just not a big fan of SHIB. I talked to one of the guys I work with. He owns, I think he has over like 1.1 billion SHIB, which is quite a bit. So he's obviously hoping for this thing to go back up, right? He can probably retire. Anyway, here's the reserves, right? This is what everybody wants to see from any of these exchanges, right? Prove to me that you have what you say you have, and you're not out there trading it like FTX did with their FTT token by sending 10 billion of it over to Alameda Research, to his girlfriend's company that he owns. I think Sam owns like 80% of that company, and then try to sit there and claim that he had no idea, the positions were so large, and that they didn't have any trading stops or standard practices for trading. I don't know. It's a huge mess. I'm still trying to figure out if all of this was planned in order to get regulation, in order for mainstream media to start labeling crypto as it's just it's just for crooks, because that's what's happened. Everybody's stealing everybody's money. They're printing money out of thin air. Like the U.S. dollar, and the U.S. dollar. And the U.S. government doesn't want competition. Bob Altamari, how are you, Bob? Thanks for showing up on this Saturday. We're just sitting here chatting about crypto. You took 365K and then, excuse me. Wow, 365,000. Yeah, you're going to pay taxes. You're going to pay taxes on those. This is the discussion I have with my wife, is that, she said, well, when are you going to take some out? Like, when are you going to take profits. I'm like, well, I do take profits, it's within the crypto industry community, right? Within my wallets, but I don't want to turn it into dollars yet. I'm not going to take any money out and put it into my bank account until it actually means something. Right. And I know every time you change, or every time you move from one position to another and sell a token and buy a token, all these are taxable events in the US, they say. But look, I don't have, hundreds of thousands of dollars out there. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. But when I do take it out, it's going to be hundreds of thousands, or I'm not going to touch it. Just going to let it keep rolling and hopefully, ride a big wave one day and then cash out and go sit on an island somewhere drinking Mai Tais. Momentum. Yeah, I looked at Momentum a little bit, and I know Tim Shea, a friend of the community here who's always in the streams. He asked me about it. He's in it. He said he went for another, I think, 7 or 14 day staking period. Hasreya, what country are you from, Maddie? Ash, is anyone invested in Everdome? It's been on fire lately. What is Everdome? Another like rebase token? Oh, it's easy to find. Very accessible. That's nice. Spaceport experience. Huh. Let's see. Connect your wallet, which I'm not going to do. Genesis NFT. NFT download. Shuttles. I mean, I love all the space stuff. Like I'm really into space, outer space. The galaxies and whatnot. I was in the Air Force operating satellites, which is not as exciting as it sounds. Space shuttle cycler experience unlocked. So I mean, so it's space themed. And what are we getting here? Like, where's the meat and potatoes of this? Download. I don't want to download anything just yet. Whoa. What is going on? Okay, so is this like a metaverse type world? Is this something like what's that? Alluvium and Star Atlas? Is it something like that? I'm from the U.S., father's from Italy, and most language I speak now. Mother is Slovak. I did live in Italy. Cool. You are a world traveler, which makes you miles smarter than I am, right? I did travel a little bit in the Air Force, but I never actually got off the base. I was just a kind of a classified courier for a short period of time, making hops around to different bases, moving data and information. Not exciting at all. Metaverse. Okay. Yep. I mean, I'm gathering metaverse. I might have to look at it because I do like this kind of stuff. I know Star Atlas. I don't know how well they're doing right now. I was going to get into those, but then I decided not to. I don't know. I basically took all my money and I put it into XRP. So, Ash, I did look into that. Sniff. Outer space is a hoax. Here comes Sniff with the heavy. I don't know if outer space is a hoax. I've seen things. Everdome is a metaverse coin. Has big potential. Okay. And I'm going to put that on my favorites here. Let's save it so I can look at it later. I mean, it looks cool. And speaking of metaverse stuff, then maybe this, I don't know. I'm assuming they can, right? So we had discussions about MetaMonkey, MMAI. They are building a metaverse. I've played around with it. It's getting larger and larger every day, more and more details. Their idea is to be able to basically have a bridge in order to connect other metaverses together. So you could just switch from one to another. I don't know how well it works. All of that is, seems very high level and complicated, but that is their goal. That would be super cool to you can get into one and basically branch off and go through a door and maybe that one door says Everdome on it and one door says Star Atlas and go and play in these other metaverse. AMZ Doge. Bob Altamari, I am not into anything Doge. Another community token. I don't want to call it a shit coin because I don't know if it is or not. Anybody here into AMZ Doge? Yes, my brother, Air Force. Now he's a pilot, switched Federal Air Control. That's cool. Your brother was in the Air Force? Excellent. I wanted to be a pilot, but I had, bad eyesight. They said, nope. I didn't even think about being a backseater. I could have been a backseater. I could have gone and flown helicopters, but I was so dejected over that. I went into, well, I guess I would be in Space Command. Space Command didn't exist back then, or Space Force. I would have been in that, but it was just all part of the Air Force. Any of the space type jobs were all just regular Air Force jobs. Why so much BNB? Why so much more BNB chin? Not sure what you mean by that. Let me get out of here. Road to Mars. There's so many. There are so many. I keep telling people, people ask me all the time, hey, have you heard of this? Or have you checked this out? Can you go research that? I'm like, there aren't enough hours in the day. There are so many different projects out there. Is this going to be a game? Is this something where you can buy property in and be able to maybe make passive income? Like that's really what I'm interested in. If it's just a game, that's cool too. I mean, I play games. Everdome City. I mean, obviously a lot of thought and effort has already been put into this, and I've never even heard it. I'm assuming this has been out for a little while. Jeez. It might be cool. I mean, I'm definitely going to check it out because this looks like something right up my alley that I would definitely play, get into and mess around with. So I'll come back to that later. I want to talk about Lily Finance right now. Just because, right? Because it's there. It's huge in Twitter. If you're in the space, if you're in the community token space, if you know about Terrarium and you know about all these other things, you've heard of Lily Finance, right? Saitama. They said they were going to get listed on Coinbase, right? They said December 9th, we're getting listed on Coinbase. They went all in. I mean, they made it sound like this was 100% guaranteed. Anybody who disagreed or didn't believe in it was stupid. They went ham on going in on Coinbase. They've got, here we go. Look at this. I mean, right, this is serious. They're saying they're going to get listed on Coinbase. Now, you can look up their token on Coinbase right now, but you can just about all tokens out there. Yes, CryptoSmith, I did see that metaverse. Not bad, but Monkey is make all everything. Dummy monkeys, years. Yeah. So I understand. I think you're referring to the name. Like I said, it's not my favorite, and maybe they're going to change it in the future. I don't know. Or maybe it'll just be known as MMAI. But yeah, it does make it sound kind of cartoony and not very serious and not very professional, but it is what it is. I can't change that. I do like the technology. Yes, building a metaverse, like a real type metaverse that you can get into and you can open up a shop and you can sell things and buy things and walk around and see your friends' avatars and things like that is going to take years. Right. That's why I say it's one of my favorite long-term plays. And when I say long-term, I don't mean crypto long-term. Like crypto long-term is like 2 weeks or a month. I'm talking about, several years. God damn it. My point is Monkey is best. It's very good to move more than any other metaverse. Yeah. So I think you're talking about moving, back and forth between metaverse projects that would be huge. If they have some sort of a bridge or a doorway or, however, connection. Have to use translate. Lily was a scam. Daniel Gayton. Okay. Daniel said it. He said it. So here's my question, right? And here's the trouble that I have with this. I understand. Look at I'm right. I'm able to see both sides, which is not a unique trait, but I can see both versions of this. Lily comes out and says, we're going to get listed on December 9th, right? So did they really get the nod from Coinbase, but they blew it by announcing it first, like other projects have in the past? Or was this just a complete made up lie that it was never going to happen? It was only to pump the coin. And even they don't even have to pump the coin to make money for the project because of the taxes. Even on the sells is, when the ninth comes and goes like it did yesterday, and we see a huge L. Let's go to Dex Tools. And we see that huge L, those huge red candles, because everybody's like, "Yeah, it was a scam. I knew it wasn't true," and they're disappointed, so they're selling. Here's the chart. It's ugly. It's up today for some reason. People are buying, but this is what happened right here. But to what use would they do that? To what use would they intentionally say something that wasn't true just to get the chart to do this, right? And probably lose a ton of trust in the community, lose all credibility. Why? What? I don't know that they made. I see your post down here. I don't know that they made millions. I mean, their 24-hour volume is only $1 million. Total liquidity is only 1.2 million. I mean, they have a lot more holders than I thought they did. 11,000 holders. But I could see maybe they made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of this. But was that their goal? Was to make a couple $100,000 and what and kill the project? Or are they just assuming they've got the same kind of community that Saitama and Terrarium have, where it doesn't matter. I mean, these guys could go out and ambush a bus full of nuns, push them off a cliff, and the community is just going to stand behind them no matter what. Like I guess that's a thing. It could be a thing. Thanks for looking at Everdome. Absolutely. It looks like a cool project. Yes, Daniel. He's agreeing. Tim Shea is in the house. Tim, I was starting to have withdrawals. Tim, you weren't here. I was wondering what happened to Tim. We're going to send out a search party. I appreciate you showing up, bud. Hope your Saturday is going well. Hi, Tim. We are early. Yes, as legal says, we are so early, and we're still early. I mean, it's even though we say it as a joke, we're early, but it's true, right? We have years and years of build out for a lot of different projects. Who knows what's going to happen with the financial system in the coming years? Maybe XRP is going to be the one that to rule them all. I hope so, because I got a ton of it. Why so BNB network chain? Why so many? Why so many being? I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Freeman. They made millions from the scam on taxes. Do you really think, Daniel, just straight up yes or no, do you really think they just sat around and said, hey, let's come up with a fake listing just so we can make some money, knowing what happens, to projects, right, that never come back? Sean, all the people to mess with. 2Bit is such a great guy. He gives away his staking rewards to the marbles winners. Same projects. He is careful to tell people not just to invest in the same projects. So what are you referring to? Is he a Lily guy? Does he? I watch some of his stuff, but usually every time I go onto his channel, he's talking about Luna Classic, and if you know me, I'm not a fan of Luna Classic. I think it's a dead token, and people are crazy for messing with it. So maybe he is a Lily Finance guy. And look at it. I'm a big fan of who's the other Ryan Patrick, right? I mean, I really like Ryan Patrick. He's a super nice guy. I think he's smart. He when he was doing YouTube, he put out good content. I always enjoyed watching him, and I respect him. And obviously he's going to take a ton of crap, for this. And whether it's right or not, it is. I guess it's where we put ourselves. Which is why I try to be objective. I mean, like, look at just because I'm talking about a project doesn't mean I'm endorsing it, telling you should go buy it. It's going to go to the moon. Everything has to be done with a measure of intelligence and self-responsibility. Hey, Maddie, hey, Daniel, go back and look at the volume since they announced. Well, I mean, we can see the volume here. I think that's probably when, actually, no, when they announced was like 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? When did they announce Lilly Finance? That was December 8th. That's just a recent one. I think it was at least a week, maybe more. But yeah, they got a pump. We saw the chart. Go up. Right? People were assuming this was a real deal, and I wanted to believe it. Right? Because why did I want to believe it? Because we need something positive to happen in this space. Everything that's going on right now is just, it's negative, it's dark, it's scammy. Work went over a little. That's why I'm late. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. Working on a Saturday. Tim, happy Saturday. I think they know long before yesterday this wasn't going to happen. But do you think that they just said, hey, let's do this just to pump the token, right? Knowing that it was a lie. and I'm going to say this too, and I think we can probably agree on this. Can we name one token? Give me one token that is listed on one of these top 5 exchanges that has 9 zeros, or that has reflections, or that has buy and sell taxes. Is there one? Because I'm not aware of any. And that's kind of what my initial reaction was. Wait a minute. We've been told by several of these top exchanges, KuCoin was one of them, Binance was one of them, that said they will not list tokens that have that many zeros. Their system is not designed to handle that, nor do they want tokens with reflections. And of course, how do you rectify the buy and sell taxes? That was my first thought when I heard they were going to get listed on Coinbase. I thought, there's no way that's happening. But they said it with such conviction, such confidence, that I wanted to believe them. Because we do need something positive to happen. Do you think OPT3 or OPTX will be long-term? Well, it's only going to be OPTX. There isn't going to be any OPT3 any longer. After January 2nd, it's like you're going to get airdropped OPTX, and your OPT3 will be worth nothing. It's going to be a 1-for-1. It's just going to turn into OPTX. Like I said, the way they're building the blockchain for this one is in a different manner, so they don't have to keep doing different versions every time they want to change something, or every time they realize they messed up, which they do. I mean, these things, they aren't perfect, and this kind of explains why it takes so long. Like, why did it take Ethereum years, even though they kept saying, hey, we're going to launch, we're going to relaunch our staking, like every 6 months they had to keep pushing it out, because when you're on a monolithic blockchain, you have to get it right? There's no just, oh, I'm just going to change this after you launch it. It doesn't work that way. But if you build a modular blockchain, then you can. But like I said, I don't know a ton about it. I know what it is and how it works, but I don't know how secure it is, right? If you can just go in and change things when you want to, which makes sense for a project like this, for OPT or stable fund, if they wanted to do that, it would make sense, because these guys aren't the best out there, right? They're trying new things. They're trying to figure out a way to make things work long term, and then they run into a roadblock. They have to make a change, so they have to come up with another version of their token, right? Doing a modular blockchain, you don't have to do that. Luna Classic seems like you were just, oh. You know what? Tim, I keep it real, right? This is straight talk, brother. I think it's a dead token. I think people are crazy for messing with it. I mean, that's just my opinion. And it gets a ton of views because it was a very, very large project, a very large chain. There were a lot of people invested in it. So you can get a lot of views doing that. And that's, it's hard for me to think somebody as smart as 2Bit really, really believes in the project itself, or just basically kind of stuck now doing content because, he gets a lot of views, and a lot of his subscribers, they want to hear it. So I understand the reason why he's doing it. I just don't believe in it. I have no issues with 2Bit whatsoever. I'm sure he's a much smarter guy than I am. He's definitely got a good channel and good following, and he seems like a super nice guy. Not Lily. Oh, okay. So you were just talking about the Luna Classic. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Sometimes I'll have a couple of beers at night and I'll fire off a couple of zingers on Twitter and then get up the next day and be like, nah, why'd I say that? That wasn't very nice. November 22nd. That was the day it was it really announced that early? I mean, they got some play out of it. I have a hard time believing that they just sat around, wringing their hands, concocting some evil way to screw over their community and just for some money. I want to think people are better than that. You're definitely entitled to your opinion. I just flinched a little when I saw the tweet. I appreciate you both. Yeah, I get that way sometimes. I'll go on a rant occasionally where I'll get bombarded by a lot of different people. How come you're not into Luna C? How come you're not covering Luna Classic? Like, you should do Luna Classic videos and stuff. And I didn't no, I'm not going to do it. You're going to get more viewers. I don't care if I get more viewers. It's not the point. It's not the point. I don't believe in it. BNB Beacon Chain Network. I've not heard of BNB, but let's BNB. That pops right up. Is it on BNB chain? How does it work? No. XDefi will support BNB Beacon Chain wallet. Is this, it may be something new. I don't know. I've not heard of it. Again, like most things, I've not heard of a lot of stuff out there because I just don't, it's hard to keep up with everything coming out. BNB chain. I'll have to look at that. Download Math Wallet, BNB chain wallet support. Interesting. There's always something new every day. CZ Binance said will likely be out of the bear market Q2 2023. Ash, yeah. So I'm watching some other content, and actually I may start covering, and I don't like to do the conspiracy theory, doom and gloom type, scenarios, but it does seem to me that there's some truth out there. The Great Reset. Like, I hear people say that, and it makes me cringe a little bit because I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe that there are these evil overlords, out there controlling everything, even though I know, yeah, there probably is, and there's the people at the very, very, very top that control everything, that have all the money, that have their fingers in all the pies. And you get companies like BlackRock, which I don't know if you guys have read this, but apparently they control like 11% or 15% of all the world's controllable assets, let's say. I think 11 trillion under management or something, like just some ungodly amount. Them and Vanguard control a massive amount of the world's wealth. And they have almost, I think they own stock in almost all of the top 500, companies here in the US. It's a crazy amount of money. Lily was never going to get listed. This was a scam when they said it. Okay, well, I just hate to believe that. I mean, and you may absolutely be correct. May be correct. Lily's situation, very sad. Yep. Yeah, imagine being the little girl. She's out there and she's announcing that they're going to get listed on Coinbase. And if that's what's happening, her dad is literally using her for financial gain, which is there's a special place in hell for people like that. He used his daughter. Yeah, that's horrible. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, the Crimson Smith. M Maury 24. If you don't mind me asking, how much stable fund will you be claiming each week, roughly, do you think? Well, based on the amount that is supposed to roll over, which is more than the 20%. So I don't know if it's going to be that amount or if it's going to be less. But it was 4,200. Let me just do the math here real quick. It was like 42.87 in Matic tokens. So times 90 cents. So 38.58 in stable fund dollars. I'll get 7% a week on that. That's 270. So that's what I'll be taking out, 270 a week. It's a small amount, but it's better than nothing. I will take it and I will spend that on other projects. MetaMonkey, I'm going to keep buying on that until it's unaffordable and XRP, and those really I think are going to be the two big ones I'm going to load up on. But yeah, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully your Saturday is going well, and hopefully the V2 launch on the 15th is seamless, and we don't have to deal with the drama. At least for it'd be nice if it could go for another 6 or 7 months without some major drama in these little gambling plays we're doing. Let's hear the rant. Let's hear her rant. The last one was Tara. I have to do a video. I have to do a video. I don't want to trash Lillian Finance. I may have to. I don't know. I want something positive to happen before I go into another rant. Can we get something positive, please? Daniel, his own daughter. Yeah, that is a horrible situation. I do win it. Hey, it's Chaka. Chaka, what's happening? Hope your Saturday's going well, bud. Chaka Crypto. And look at whoever's listening to me, if you guys are watching a replay of this or whatever, go check out Chaka Crypto. Check out his channel. He's got great content. Daniel Gaten's got a fairly new channel. Go check him out. He's a smart dude. He can break down things a lot better than I can on some of this stuff. So give these guys a watch. Will you be cashing your initial after 63? You know what? Honestly, that's going to come down to how I feel about the project after 63 days, right? Can we go drama free for 63 days? If we can't, and there's a lot of there's a lot of bad vibes out there. Yeah, I'm just going to take it and cash out and probably move on. It would be nice if I just left it in there and just took 270 a week. I don't have a problem with that. And actually, I didn't even do the math on that. 270, 63 days is 6 weeks. So times 6, that's 1,600. I mean, that's no small amount. But if I could get 270 a week, I'd take it. So, but it all depends how I feel about the situation. Hey, Chaka. Hey, Hus. Chaka, what's up? So, Chaka, let's get Chaka's thought on Lillian Finance. Do you think that was just an absolute 100% scam, or did they screw up in mentioning it first before Coinbase did, or God, I'm going to say it again. I don't want to believe it, but that may be the truth. Hi, Tim. How are you? Daniel, what's up, my dude? Yeah, crazy times, right? Crazy times. Binance Chain Wallet. I'm going to write that one down. Binance Chain Wallet. Okay. Lily. And then who's buying back in, right? Who's buying back in? There's always going to be somebody. Lillian Finance. They haven't said when. They just said, due to unforeseen delays, we will not be listing today. Once we receive a new date, we will pass it along the news. Like, they had to have known. I mean, obviously they turned off comments on this one. They had to have known that they were going to get absolutely slaughtered in social media. Check out Bing X. Man, you're bringing up some Bing X. Let's see. Well, let's go here. Bing X. Never heard of it. Again, one of the 20,000 different crypto projects that I've never heard of. Let's see. What is it? Buy crypto. It's an exchange. I don't want to claim my gift. 5 million global users, $4.8 billion in 24. Huh. That's so Bing X is an exchange. I'm assuming it's a centralized exchange. They do copy trading, grid trading. Looks like they deal with XRP. That can't be bad. Never heard of this exchange though. But like I said, there's a ton of exchanges I've never heard of also. Token BTC, XRP. Let's hear your thoughts, Chaka. Oh, click copy trading. Yep, I see that. Copy trading. Okay. Copy global elite traders. Okay, I see. I've seen stuff like this before where it shows. Is this something you have to like have a subscription to? So these are the individuals, and this shows their account assets and how they've been doing. Obviously, you want to get behind somebody who's moving up and to the right. Yeah, I've seen this before. I'm not a trader. I don't have the time or the patience, probably, or the smarts to do it. It's just I'm a buy and hold kind of guy. Chaka Crypto says my channel is getting listed on Coinbase December 15th. Better subscribe while you can. Excellent. That is excellent to hear, Chaka. Lily knew exactly what they were doing. In my opinion, it's despicable. God, I understand what you're saying, Chaka. I do. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. Right? It's going to give me nightmares that these kind of people exist. Rust 2.0, I guess, huh? Passive income. Oh, gotcha. Is it a set? Let's see. Trenders. This is just my trades following. Can you just put money in and have it? Is it automatic? I'll ask you the questions, Hasreya. Is this you just put it in and let it go, and it just copies their trades, day by day? Because if it is, then I could definitely get behind that. Some of these guys are insane. No subscription needed. Okay, that's cool. Is it automatic though, or do I have to get into it every day and make decisions? Right. That's what I have a hard time doing that. Not making decisions. I'm pretty good with decisions, but I have a hard time with the actual amount of time needed to do all these things. You agree? Well, Daniel agrees. Chaka and Daniel are in agreement. You know what I'm going to do? Exactly. Pick which trader you want to follow, and it will copy their trades automatic. Okay. I'll have to look at that. Yeah. I mean, right now in the bear market, passive income is what we're looking for, right? Which is why, I'm into these stupid, gambling plays, because they're fun, and they're risky. So that's part of the fun. Will you have staking? Chaka, will you have stake? So Chaka, on your project that's going to be listed on Coinbase, will there be staking? Channel will be on Binance before you're priced out. Yep. The chart's going crazy already, Daniel. What kind of buy and sell taxes do you have? Because in order to do this kind of thing, you've obviously got to have some buy and sell taxes to pump that marketing wallet or whatever wallet it's going into. Tim Shea, I'll have stake. Did somebody say stake? Chaka, what kind of projects do you cover? Chaka, let's look up Chaka's channel. Why not? It's Saturday. It's my stream. I can do whatever the hell I want. Let's see. Do we got Chaka? Look at Chaka's right up there. He's almost at 800 subs. Dang, you are moving. You're moving. You know what's funny? Some days, I think I say this every weekend, because some days I watch my numbers, some days I don't. Some days you could just sit for a week and not gain a subscriber, and maybe even lose a couple of subscribers. And then you put out a good video and then people like it, and you got 20 subscribers in one day. It's crazy. It's nuts. But here's his videos. He's done a lot of Volt content recently, which I noticed. And Volt's a great project, great community. I don't cover it myself because so many other people do. But I've got no issues with Volt. Hopefully it moons sometime soon. He's on the MetaMonkey AI team, putting out content. Puts out great content for that. Although the content lately has kind of been slow. I know, it's tough to do all the time because you have to wait for really something to happen to talk about it and to have people want to watch. Don't be fooled by misinformation. FTX fallout. Yeah, so he's got a good mix. He doesn't cover the same stuff I do, which is nice, right? We like to have different content creators out there kind of doing new things. But yeah, go check out his stuff. You recently did I think you did an AMA, didn't you, with Sphinx Finance? Where is that? Where is it? I don't know. It's in there somewhere. I think he just recently did one with Sphinx. And Sphinx really is a project that does everything. Reflections and 13 in, 13 out, 10% dev. Wow. Dev to dev wallet in and out. Nice. I like that. I mean, the taxes are a little high. I'm a little concerned about the taxes. It might scare some people off, Daniel. But reflections, absolutely. You got to have reflections, because I would like to have thousands of dollars worth of your token. And so I can get pennies, each day in reflections and just be super bullish on that. I never understood the whole reflections thing. Volt. Yep. That's the volt sign. Get volted. MMI stay pure. Yes. MMAI. It's in the live section. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. You do a lot of live streams. Chaka does a lot of lives. He does poker nights for crypto pets. Ton of lives. I keep telling myself I need to do more live streams. Maybe I need to stop just doing videos and just do my video in a live stream type situation. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Would you rather watch a video that I put together? I put blood, sweat, and tears into and picking out a thumbnail and going doing the editing and all that, or would you rather see a live, just like a 1 hour live stream, every day or every few days? I did go fun. Let's go. Good night. All right, Maddie B. Thanks for showing up. I do appreciate you being here. Always a good time. Stay safe out there. Bye, Maddie. So yeah, all these I see a lot of other content creators. That's pretty much all they do is live streams, and I need to talk myself into doing that. Let's get rid of that. Crypto bubbles. Who's buying the FTT token? Anybody getting in? You buying the dip? What rational person is buying the dip of FTT tokens? What rational person is buying Lillian Finance? All good questions. Let's see what's going on. Actually, you know what? Let's go. Hang on one second. I got to do something. I'm just going to throw my link out there in the Telegram to see if anybody wants to join me and chat. We can chat about MetaMonkey or whatever. Where's my chat? Get it in front of me here so I can see it. Nope. Anybody get into Truth Seekers? Who is in Truth Seekers right now? Here, if I was going to have It's Summers on today, but he had something to do with his kids. On. There we go. So It's Summers is he's a guy. He started a YouTube channel just a while ago, and he was covering terrarium, but he pretty much got bullied, by idiots out there in the Twitter space and stuff. So, I tried to help him out a little bit and kind of coach him through the rough patch, right? That's that spot where you got to have thick skin, and you put yourself right. You put your face out there and yourself out online, and you're going to get hate. Yeah, it's just that comes with the territory, and you got to let it roll off your back like nothing. Daniel, what time do you go live in the mornings? Daniel's, I think Daniel's live when I get up. I get up like at 5:45. I was in and got out. Did you make any money, Tim, on the? I'm assuming you're talking about the Truth Seekers. They're actually not doing bad. Where? Let's see. I thought. I mean, they had a pump. People sold off. Well, okay. Now they're not doing good. They started at 60 cents. The pre-sale buy was 50 cents, so they're just above pre-sale. I guess that's like every token out there, pretty much. I mean, I thought they looked like they were going to settle in about launch price, which is fine. I mean, if you establish that floor and then work on your utility and go up from there. But I don't know if they've had some bad news. I really haven't followed it lately. 7 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, that's 5 a.m. my time, Daniel. Man, you get up early. You get up. Daniel, do you do your live stream before you go to work? Or, I mean, do you not work, or do you, well, I'm not sure what you do. I'm not trying to get in your business or anything, but I'm just wondering your schedule. You get up 7 a.m. Eastern. That's early for me, not early for you because it's 7, but I'm liking momentum so far. Been DCAing my OP3. Yeah, prices are very good for OPT3 right now, right? If you're gonna run forward, hang on, let me open my Diet Pepsi. I did look at momentum a little bit. I'm not going to get into anything else right now, but I'm going to concentrate on OPT3 and stable fund, and I think everything else. I said it already, but I'm going to, any money that I'm taking out of any other project, I'm going to put into MetaMonkey, and I'm going to put it into XRP and maybe XLM. Right? I think I'm going to start consolidating because I'm hearing a lot of information. I'm reading a lot more information about this great reset that I don't want to think exists, but I'm sure it does, and I need to prepare myself a little bit better and be a little more knowledgeable out there on what's going on, and maybe help some people understand what the thoughts are. Right? Nobody knows what's going to happen except for the guys at the very, very top. Right? The guys that are controlling things. They whatever plan they have in place to enslave us all, basically, with the CBDCs and all that stuff coming out. I'm going to change up my content a little bit to start covering more of that, basically the reset and how it looks and how it would work, and basically what's being said in the with the World Economic Forum and all the banks out there that are getting together that basically want to control everything and everyone. And I think at some point in the future they will. I want to be there, but I don't know, man. I don't know really well. Yeah. So Truth Seekers, I think they're going to be a great project, and I think they're going to be a good business because they've got a good business model, right? You pay $10 a month, and you can basically have any wallet that you want watched, and they're going to watch it with their algorithm or whatever it's going to be. They're watching all these wallets, and they're going to notify you anytime there's any sort of unusual activity, just to let you know, like, hey, maybe you need to go take a look at this. Maybe you need to get out. Maybe you need to, buy more. Maybe you need to, short it, in case they, some FUD's going to come out. But that's, I think that's good use case for them inside the crypto world. I'm pretty bullish on that. Made just a little. Okay. Well, at least you made some. That's good. Before work, pre-markets. Gotcha. Yeah, I do see, I click it on when I'm getting ready for work in the morning. Sometimes I see it's already on. I'm like, damn, he's already been up. Love that momentum chart. Is it on here? Momentum. Let's see. Yeah, mass token. That's right. Where are we? No, this can't be it. Is this it? Is it a stable coin? Is this the token? Tim, second ALBT video coming out this weekend. It will be on how they will use the KYC and own your own info in an NFT. I'll be looking forward to that one, Daniel. I'm interested in the ALBT. Learn some more info about it. Hi, Daniel. Keep an eye out. I see. We'll check it out tonight after my work shift. Okay, cool. So is this the mass token you're talking about for momentum, or is there a different one? Because this chart looks weird. Yeah, that doesn't look like it. That's what I thought. Let's see. What can we find? Momentum. Let's try this one. No, this is not it. I think I have momentum saved here somewhere. Here it is. Did it have the chart on here? Nope. Enter the app. Well, I don't want to enter it. I don't want to put my wallet on it. momentum. A year ago, 1 year ago. But it's the mass token, isn't it? Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Mass. Let's try this one. No, I probably already did that one. I think I've seen it before. I think I've seen the chart before. I don't know which one it is, though. There's so many. Let's try this. No. Okay, I'm done trying. Let's look at the MMAI chart. There's nothing wrong with this chart right here. Right? Am I right? Nothing wrong with this chart. It's going in the right direction. You know, this is what we need to see. Need to see it go up. People take profits, go up a little more. People take profit like this. This is a good looking chart right here. Doesn't look like it. Slowly up and to the right. Yep, I've seen it. I think I've seen it before. I think I saw the chart and I thought to myself that it looks like it's been going up for a while, and that's usually not a time to get in for me anyway. Annie Rock, hey Annie Rock, I appreciate you hanging out here with us on a Saturday. What have we been over an hour? Hey Annie Rock. Juan Gonzalez, you know I'm kind of disappointed. I get into Optimus when the token has value of $1.47. I know how you feel, Juan. I did the same thing. I bought over $1 too. I'm positive. I think next year Optimus. Yeah, if it can maintain, if it can even go for 6 months, right, it would be fine. But you just, as long as you're taking your profits and learning, you know, from the mistakes of the past, you know, it's going to be fine. You know, I'm just going to keep getting my 1% in there and just let it build, and hopefully the token will have value and I'll be able to take some profits. I mean, that's my plan. So MetaMonkey AI, I want to talk about that. And also I'm going to mention to you Pando. I don't know if anybody's into Pando project. I know I've talked to some people here before, but they have, I think their website is finally done. It looks great. I've gone ahead and made the mainnet 2.0 wallet and moved some of my funds over to the new wallet. I'm waiting to get unstaked from my Ramatron so I can move the other tokens over and then start staking on Ramatron for the new mainnet. So their website is, I think it's all done. I think before a lot of these buttons didn't work, but now it's definitely works. So go give him a look see if you guys haven't seen the Pando project. It's I think it's a great utility project and it's long term. So another one I cover, and I'm going to be in this one for a long while. So go check that out. $1.50 here, DCing down. Yeah. I was definitely in the dollar, probably 30 range. So the price sucks. It hurts right now, right? Where are we at? Here's OPT3. It's down another 10% today, of course, because why not? I mean, 29 cents. You know, if you're a believer in it and you're going to run with OPTX, then obviously this is a great time to get in. I'm surprised more people aren't buying, but I think they're going to wait until we get closer to launch for the other one. And I think we'll probably see some buys coming in. Volt. How's Volt doing? Yeah. I mean, it's not awesome, but it's, you know, what chart is right now. Let's go back to MetaMonkey because I like to do this where, you know, you can change the time. Like obviously this chart looks fantastic. This thing's going to the moon, but you know, you gotta zoom out and see where it was, right? Let's go to the 12-hour. So here we are. Here's the chart. Just to get some perspective. See, we were up here. Now we're down here, right? I mean, it's better than down here, right? This was a good floor here in the 302 range. And now we're in the threes, right? We would need to get up into the sixes to be kind of pushed towards that all-time high. So, yep, Volt. I know Daniel's a big Volt guy too. Not me. I mean, I like Volt, but I just don't cover it. But Daniel does, I think, a lot of Volt content on Daniel's channel. There's Daniel. 181 subscribers. You guys need to go subscribe to Daniel. Great content, super smart, breaks stuff down, easy to understand. He's also into XRP, MetaMonkey, the Alliance block that he was talking about here at ALBT. Yeah. Go check out his channel if you haven't already. Get rid of these. Does anybody know, are you guys still following FTX and the fallout from that? I think Caroline Ellison. What'd she do? Well, she hired herself a former SEC attorney. Okay, she's just an awkward looking person. That's mean, I know. She's just a little awkward. Throws me off. So Caroline Ellison has retained a former top cryptocurrency regulator for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. I don't understand this thing here, because there haven't been any former top cryptocurrency regulators for the SEC. Like, that's not a thing. Right? They don't even have current cryptocurrency regulators really right now. They're set up an office for it, but I find it hard to believe that she's a former top cryptocurrency regulator. But obviously good for Caroline. She's going to need it. During her tenure at the SEC, this is obviously the lawyer, 2016, 2022, led a team, worked several high-profile cases. Elizabeth Holmes, who I think just got sentenced to prison for like 12 years or something. Let's see. Oh, leading cases against companies like Robinhood and Ripple Labs. So one of the not well-liked individuals out there, I guess, for the SEC, since she's involved in the SEC versus Ripple. Ellison remains an elusive figure in the collapse of FTX, staying mum and largely unreachable during its downfall. Quite the opposite of Sam, who has, I don't think, turned down any invitations to speak, much to the chagrin of his lawyers, I'm sure. While Bankman-Fried has publicly placed blame on Alameda in numerous interviews, Ellison stayed silent. Yeah, they're going to try to basically just throw each other under the bus. I think that's pretty much going to be the game plan. And Sam's going to feign complete ignorance, like he had no idea what was going on, even though one of his former employees, said there's absolutely no way possible he didn't know the size of the positions that were going on over at Alameda Research, because he owned part of the company, right? He's part owner in that company. So to get into Optimus X, should I do what? Buy more tokens? They've made. Okay, so to get into Optimus X, OPTX, just hold your OPT3 tokens in your normal wallet that you have now that are already basically staked on Optimus. That's all you have to do. They're going to airdrop you tokens 1 for 1 on January 2nd. And then you're going to have to stake those tokens to get 1%, right? The 1% isn't going to change, but you have to stake them now. And they haven't decided how long you're going to need to stake them for. And they're building their own decentralized exchange, which you'll be able to hold your tokens. And they're going to have, I guess, other projects listed on that DEX as well that you'll be able to, I guess, get involved with if you want to, maybe for some more passive income. And then they also said that there are several other projects out there that are currently in development that are going to use the OPTX token as their token. So giving it utility and, maybe buys and sells taxes or something that's going to help burn more of the OPTX token and make it deflationary, which will help obviously with pricing and all that kind of stuff. So that's my 30-second review for you for OPTX. Go check out my video I just did on him. I go over most of that stuff, but that's really all you need to know. Actually, don't watch my video. You don't need to. I told you everything that was in that video. That's what I should do. I should make 30-second videos. I should just do shorts and just give you just just the basic information and be like, all right, I'm done. We're done here. Which big financial company is buying into FTT? I don't know. Somebody just bought up the assets, I think, of one of the other failed giants, Celsius. I think it was Celsius, on like for like 60 cents on the dollar or something, which didn't seem like that big of a discount for a huge collapse. But basically, yeah, that's what we're going to see. Now, I know everybody complains, how come they're not arrested already, right? Why isn't Sam in prison already? Well, as much as we would like that to happen, like they have to investigate. There's going to be investigations. They got to investigate what happened, try to follow the money, see who knew what, right? They have to establish some sort of criminal liability here before they can just go arrest a guy, because everybody says he did bad things. And there needs to be some sort of proof there. Yes, Juan, they will airdrop. Yep. Airdrop the tokens. You don't have to do a thing. Don't do short. Okay. Don't do shorts. Shorts are super easy. And I don't know if I'm just lazy or I don't have the time. And I never really even think about it, but I can take my video that I do, my 10-minute video or 13-minute video, and I can cut it up into a couple of different shorts just to put more content out there. And for some reason, I just don't do it. And it's really not that difficult. Thanks for the info. Absolutely. Absolutely. Info is what you need if you're going to be in that project. Well, I think I'm running out of steam here, boys and girls. I don't know if you guys want to discuss anything else. MetaMonkey, I was going to let you guys know. December, they're supposed to drop their metaverse. Also, the Pure Wallet, the full version of the Pure Wallet, or at least the this version, right? Because I'm sure there's going to be updates, in the near future for extra usability and things like that. So the Pure Wallet, once it drops, I can't use it because it's not out for iOS yet, and we're still waiting. But you're going to be able to use it as a cold storage device, which I know there's been discussions on whether that's the proper term for it. But basically, it's going to be disconnected from the internet and from the blockchain. So you'll be able to hold tokens and not have to worry about them getting stolen, just like a Ledger wallet. So it's going to be an alternative to Ledger. I don't think it's not being billed as a Ledger killer or anything like that. Just a different way to do it. Maybe a better way. And I guess we'll have to wait to see what the masses think. But one great point that was made is that with your Ledger, right? If you go on vacation or you're at work, you most likely don't carry your Ledger with you everywhere, do you? I don't. It's in a very safe place. It takes me a few minutes to get to it. If I'm on vacation, I'm not taking my Ledger with me. That's just, why would I? But if something were to happen and you needed to access funds or your crypto in order to sell, because something was collapsing and you wanted to get out, whatever the situation is, you're not going to have your Ledger with you to be able to do that. So basically, you're just going to be screwed. Well, if you have your cold storage wallet is in your phone that you have with you everywhere, clearly making that much more convenient, to use, right? And probably a better peace of mind that if something were to happen, it's right there. You just access, facial feature, eye scan, or whatever biometric you might have, and then you're into it. You buy and sell, do whatever you need to do. That I'm looking forward to. That I think is going to be I'm definitely going to use it. I have a Ledger, of course. You're not going to be able to store every cryptocurrency in there just yet. It's going to be a building process. USDT, USDC, ETH, obviously MMAI, and I don't know if there was another token, and I think there were 5. I don't remember what the other one was. Daniel, you remember what the other token was? But that's basically going to be the start of it, and then they're going to be adding tokens. Hopefully, they add XRP soon, and because I'm going to start doing more XRP related videos, kind of geared towards that great reset idea that is going on out there, that people really are kind of gearing up for. MMAI will be a beast. I believe it absolutely will be, and it is a very long term. What's your guess for? Well, I guess I'd have to give you like a metric, like what I'm thinking. This is a years long before, before it moons. We're going to have retail usability and utility. You'll be able to purchase things with the Pure Wallet, which will be on your phone. They're going to build a system or build it basically for retail as well. So stores will be able to accept payment via the Pure Wallet. They'll have to have Pure Wallet also. And then there's utility there, because depending on how big the store is or how big transactions are or some metric there, you're going to have to hold MetaMonkey AI tokens in your wallet in order to use certain features. And then if you're say a retailer and you do $1 million worth of business, you'll have to hold X number of tokens in the wallet in order to use it. Now it's not a subscription where they're getting used up, but you just have to hold them. Right. So you're not losing anything if you stop selling and you don't want to use it for retail type purchases. You could just sell your tokens and you're out nothing. And maybe you made money over the time and as the token goes up in price. Looking forward to standalone. Absolutely looking forward to that. The metaverse, I haven't had another update for the metaverse that I could play with. I only had the one, but they're supposed to drop some sort of, not final version, but a version that we can all use. And I see maybe holding an AMA, in the metaverse, which might be the next one we do, hopefully. And that's supposed to happen in December. So if they do well signing up businesses, it should shoot up fairly quickly. Yeah, Tim, that's going to be the key is marketing. Obviously, that's the one big item that some projects don't do well. And I hope they got a good marketing team and game plan to really help push this out there. Because this, I say it every time. I'm going to say it again. I'm a real world utility maxi, and this one will have real world utility, and it will also help with adoption and get other eyeballs onto crypto. Now, they may not care about the technology, but they'll hear the name. They'll hear MMAI. Maybe they'll. I don't know if changing the name is ever going to be in the works, but I would like it to be. But that's just me. But this is going to bring other people just through your retail, your mom and pops. I don't know if your mom and pops is going to buy things with crypto, but they're going to be able to and at least be introduced to it, right? If you go to a retailer all the time, they have a placard basically at the cashier stand saying, the options they have available, and you can use Pure Wallet if you want to. And people are going to ask, hey, what is that? What does that do? The younger crowd is going to get into it and they'll be like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And they do metaverse stuff. Yeah, let's check that out. I think that's the eyeballs we're going to get in. So very bullish on that. And our chart is going in the right direction, right? Everybody else is going down. We are moving, we are moving up. So that, I think, boys and girls, is going to be it. I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. Quant and stable coins will be in the wallet to start. So is Quant going to be in there to start? I know stable coins, USDC, USDT, ETH. But Quant, yeah, I don't know that. I'll have to go back and look to see. We all wouldn't mind if they dropped the monkey. Yeah. It's just odd, right? And it brings up an odd connotation for, some people, they don't like it for, racial reasons. And, that's not the reason I don't like it. It just seems cartoony and non-professional, let's say. So I don't know if that's ever going to be a thing. I'm not sure if Austin's, broached that subject with them, or if they're just going to work on utility for now. I mean, obviously we can worry about the name later. It's not going to stop. This is not not something that's going to kick me out of the project. You believe so? So Quant, that's interesting. That's good because I have Quant. All right, Tim, we'll see you later. Yeah, I'm just about to be done here. Branding will be MMAI. Okay. And that's kind of what I thought. Yeah. You don't have to say the whole thing out, just MMAI, that's it. That's the company. Yeah. So I'm probably going to do a little research here and maybe play some PS4 or something. I don't know. kind of home alone right now. My kid just went off to a hockey game with his friends, and my wife is out of town with my other son, getting him ready to come home for Christmas holiday. So I'm just going to go chill with the dogs. Maybe have a beer. I appreciate everybody showing up today. I really do. Always a good time. I look forward to my Saturday streams. And I will see you guys in some videos this week, obviously, and then hopefully next Saturday as well. Actually, I may not be able to do a Saturday stream because our company has inventory. So that'll be touch and go. I'll have to decide probably Friday. Depends on how our inventory is going. We have to go back on Saturday to recount and to verify certain things. And if it goes obviously long, if we do a horrible job on Friday, then it'll take all day. But we may get out early. We'll see. Anyway, you guys take care. I'll see you guys later. Have a good weekend.